Hello, it's Jennifer. Today is May 9th. Been a week and a day since the last video I put out. And these are the same tomatoes from that last video. So we've had a heat wave for the past few days. And in response to the rainy weather followed by a lot of heat and sun, the tomato plants have gotten supercharged and are growing really fast. So I haven't been able to come out in the last 4 or 5 days because the temperatures have been in the 90s and the hundreds. But today I'm gonna wrangle these tomatoes as best as I can. A lot of suckers need to be cut off. This guy here needs staking. Yeah, a lot needs to be done. So I will start doing that today, and then I will give a tour of my dwarf tomato plants. And it looks like the Betalux tomato is the first to have fruits. So I'll look around the yard some more, but these are the first 2 fruits that I see. And our buddy there, Mr. One Note, is back. Anyhow, I had to go ahead and put a support on the Betalux because it was leaning over, and this potato plant over there is crowding it out. So but I'm gonna leave the potatoes alone because like if I start moving those and I disturb the dirt too much, so we'll just let that happen for now. Anyhow, so Betalux looks like it's an early tomato, and maybe in 3 or 4 weeks have a taste of the Betalux. Looks like Mystery Tomato also has some fruits on it now too, so I guess we'll see how big they get. I still think this is a cherry tomato plant. Okay, so on to the dwarf plants, and this is from the Dwarf Tomato Project, and I'll go ahead and leave a link in the comments so you can check this out for yourself. I bought all of these seeds for these dwarf plants from Baker Creek. I'll leave a link for them as well. There are lots of helicopters flying around today for some reason. They're really loud. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so this first plant is called Brandy Fred, and it's supposed to be a dwarf brandywine plant. As you can see, it has these characteristic, I think it's called rugose leaves. So all of the dwarfs I've grown have these kind of leaves that are very wrinkly and textured. And this one I find particularly pretty, the way it's growing. With a nice structure and these beautiful leaves that are kind of thick and fuzzy. So far it looks like it's doing really well. It smells incredibly tomatoey. It's got some flowers on it already. It looks like, is that a fruit? Nope, not yet. And in the evening, in the dusk, when the sun is going down, it has, like on the hairs here, a beautiful red reflection. So maybe I'll be able to take a photo of that today and share on the Twitter. But so far I'm very pleased with this Brandy Fred plant. So hopefully the fruits are good and that it's an actual brandywine tomato, which I'm wondering how that's gonna work on a plant that is this compact. This little tomato plant is called Rosy Finch, and it's the first time I've grown it. This plant I did not get from Baker Creek. I believe I got this from Park Seeds. I could be wrong, but I think that's where I got it from. So far it looks healthy. Looks like it's not going to get very tall at all. Maybe like, you know, one of those plants that gets a foot like the, actually it does. It looks a lot like the Red Robin tomato plant. So this is Rosy Finch. This next one is called Lemon Ice, and it's very compact and bushy, and has a lot of side shoots. I kind of feel like I should remove some of the suckers, but I'm just going to let it be since I've never grown this plant before. Anyhow, it appears to be growing well. It's got looks like it's got a fruit on here, so that's interesting. Didn't expect to see that. So this one's called Lemon Ice, and it looks like it's probably going to top out at about between 2 or 3 feet. So I don't know which ones these are. The sticks faded already. I'll have to check and see if I kept some notes somewhere. But there's 2 of them here. Oh boy, here are another 4 plants and all their sticks faded as well. So I don't know what these are. I believe this is another Brandy Fred. And this one here. Oh, I can't believe all the sticks faded. Oh, what are you? Your stick is faded. Okay, anyhow, I guess I'll go back through and look at the seed packets. Even though I don't know which plants they are, I'll go ahead and list the dwarfs that I planted. And then here are 2 more. I think I'll know what these are once the tomatoes fruits are ripe, and then I'll be able to tell which ones these are. Anyhow, all of them are doing magnificently, and they are staying nice and small and compact, so perfect for patios. And this last one over here is another Rosy Finch. So to wrap things up today, everything in the garden's looking pretty good. I cut back the grapes, so hopefully we can get some grapes and some sun this year. Last year I left too many grapes on the vine, so all they did was grow small and rot. I saw right here that there's a little San Marzano coming, so very cool. And hopefully in the next day I'll be able to finish up the tomato plant tour. So this bird has been at this song for the past 2 minutes. I have no idea what it's trying to communicate, but it is loud and repetitive.